Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Nikki. I'm coming here today. I'm going to share with you all how I make my dirty rice, and I'm going to fry some catfish along with it. So you have a choice to use ground pork, ground beef, or liver. So I chose to use both of them because I want to make a little more than the recipe called for. So I put about a pound of ground beef and a pound of pork. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook these down till they crumble. Cook them all the way down till they cook real good. And while I'm cooking those, I'm going to go ahead and cut up my onion, bell pepper, and celery. I'm seasoning up the meat before I remove it from the pan. I'm adding a little coriander and a little smoked paprika, just to give the meat some flavor, because you want to layer your flavors. You don't want your food to be bland. You're eating your rice, but then when you chew on your meat, it's bland. No, you don't want that. You want to layer your flavors. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the meat from the pan. Now I'm going to add my vegetables and saute them for like 5 to 7 minutes, and just until they soften. I'm going to, after the 5 to 7 minutes of me sauteing my vegetables, I'm going to add some garlic at the end, because you already know, you put the garlic in there right now, it will burn, and we don't want that, because guess what? We'll have to start all over. So I'm going to go ahead and start saute my vegetables. Go ahead and add my garlic. Let it saute for about a minute or two. And then we're going to add our rice and toast it for a couple of minutes. So stir the garlic in and let it cook for a minute or two, and then we're going to add the rice. My rice is already cleaned. I'm using 2 cups of rice. The recipe called for 1 cup and 1 pound of meat. But like I said, I'm making more than the recipe called for. So I'm going to go ahead and use 2 cups of rice, because I use 2 pounds of meat. So I'm going to go ahead and add my clean washed rice to my pan, or to my skillet, so I can toast this rice along with the vegetables. Let the flavor marry all together. So these flavors of the vegetables and toasting the rice, it takes it to another level. So I'm gonna go ahead and season with paprika, smoked paprika, cayenne. Now if you don't want it too spicy or with too much heat, you can omit the cayenne pepper. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of thyme. Like I said, you can adjust your season to your own liking, your own taste. We're going to add a little bit of black pepper. Some salt. And some more coriander. Now we're going to stir this up. Let all the flavors come together. Here I'm going to pour some chicken broth. So this is chicken broth that I've already pre-made ahead of time. And I'm using my own homemade chicken broth. It's going to add more flavor to this dish, because the chicken broth is flavorful, very flavorful. So that's why I'm watching my seasonings, what I'm putting in, because like I said, you don't want to over salt it, over season it. You just want it just right. If you're going to put a lot of seasoning, just watch your salt intake. You know, like garlic, onion powder, that's fine. But when you add seasoning all, I'm gonna add a little Tony seasoning later on, because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna taste my food and I'm gonna see if it's to my likings. And if it's not, I'm gonna add more so it can taste like I want it to taste. So we're gonna go ahead and stir this and make sure it's covered. I'm gonna add probably about a cup of water to this, because we're gonna let this simmer until the rice fluff and all the liquids evaporate. And I want to go ahead and add a little chicken bouillon, and like I said, the Tony's, because I tasted it and I felt like it needed a little bit more. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stir this, and then we're gonna let it simmer and cook down. So today I'm gonna use this Louisiana fish fry seasoning. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I make my own seasoning from cornmeal, but today we're gonna use this Louisiana seasoning. I'm adding me a little lemon pepper, and then I'm gonna add some cornmeal and just a little cornstarch. I'm adding that little cornstarch because I want that little crisp. I know the meal gonna make it crispy, but I want that extra crisp. So we're gonna go ahead and batter this fish up, and we're gonna drop it in the hot oil. These were whole catfish, and I cut them in half. I got this when I seen my mom and them do it when we was younger, because we had a large family. It seemed like when you cut the chicken up, the fish up, or whatever meats that you have, when you cut it up in pieces and cook it instead of cooking it whole, it seemed like you had more food. And I did the experiment one time, because one day I cooked the catfish whole, and guess what? We slaughtered the whole box of catfish. And then the next time I cut them up, and we had like a half a box left. Time to take the fish out. As you can see, the fish is crispy golden. And we're going to take this batch out, and we're going to start on the next batch. The rice is done. I'm just gonna like stir it up a little bit. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any comments or questions, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.